Okay. Cool. Looks like everything's doing good. Got a decently high. Bit rate is looking solid. CPU isn't crazy. Okay. Okay. I think everything's good. Let's not waste time. Oh, why is my camera at a jaunty angle? That's that actually where it normally is. Okay, let's see what's going on here. I don't think we had any particular... I'm gonna have to do something about all these. Ooh. Ooh. Yeah, we have a couple things out around Jewel. Just, you know, one or two items. Oh dear, oh dear. Let's see. Do we have any interesting Jewel missions here? You know what? Yeah, we can do that. Because we're probably going to need more money. This is probably going to be a ridiculously expensive mission. You know, I don't really need much on this thing. Because this guy here is basically just going to be purely going to be a return capsule and like for like landing. Probably put these on there just to be certain. Cool. And we're going to want a lot of ablator on there. So we're not going to adjust that at all. Let's also turn off this thing's RCS. Well, I'm not going to worry about it. And then we're going to have just a very small maneuvering stage on this. This will be if everything else goes to shit. It'll be this stage's job to get us back to Kerbin. No matter what else happens in the entire mission. Ooh. It would be kind of heavy, but I could do nuclear engines for that. I'm gonna check. That gives us 2,000 meters. Oh my gosh, that's quite a bit. But if instead of that we did probably a smaller tank, jet fuel only. Not that small. And then the Nervas. That's not really anymore. Okay, yeah. Here we go. These, and then we'll just put some, make a bit more aerodynamic. I don't really need a lot for structural stability because it's a pretty weak engine. Alright, and actually under that I want to put this guy. And we'll like integrate that down into the craft better later. But for now it's just gonna sit there. Jewel, I like the gems. Oh, I do not like how my avatar looks with this lighting. I might have to adjust that. I was joining a friend stream yesterday, the day before? Yeah, the day before. And she was helping me make my avatar like match the lighting of hers. I don't like how it looks on its own though. But that is not particularly here nor there at the moment. Cargo? No. Payload. Oh, right. I want to have solar panels on this guy. We don't need a whole lot. Literally just that should be fine. Because this solar panel is literally just to maintain the batteries in this after we separate off everything else. So it does not need to do much. So just that will be perfectly okay. And this will be the science bay. Whatever, I did the wrong direction, but it's fine. Yes, it would be more symmetrical if I put 4 of them, but... eh. I don't... I think that's in atmosphere only. Nice. Very nice. I haven't really decided how I want to do like the lander craft on this thing. Because I do want to have landers. I don't... It'll be an interesting decision. I'll have to think about it while I'm doing the rest of this. And then we'll just kind of fill in the rest of this with batteries, because we're going to need a lot of those. Well, okay, we probably won't actually need a lot, but they don't really hurt to have. Actually, we'll do that, and then we'll do RCS. Fuel. We don't need a whole whack ton of RCS. At least not in this this part of the craft. We can do more later on. Actually, I think we will do a big one. Boom. Because that'll be to recharge the landers. If I am able to reuse the landers. If they have enough Delta V for that. I don't know if they will. I guess it depends on which moon we go to. I just had a thought. Where did it go? Where did the thought go? Sure. I'm just kind of adding random shit at the moment. Because I don't know. Oh. What I want where. This is going to be interesting. So I don't want like the really big antennas. Yes, I can put them on. No, it would not affect anything. But I want to use that comm net that I set up. I set up the damn thing last stream. I want to use it. And so, small antenna. Okay, I think... I have an idea. This is the stage that we're going to use for the majority of the mission. If that could work. I'll have to offset it. That's fine though. There we go. Does that fit inside there? It does. I'll need to double check which part that one is actually attached to. Ooh, that's a tight fit all around. Maybe we won't do that. I should design this lander outside the craft and then put it in. That would be the smart thing to do here. But I'm inconsistent at best at doing the smart thing. I want to build a lander that can fit inside this cargo bay. I'm not really sure how to actually properly go about that. Ooh, this will be an interesting fit. We're doing literally anything else with it. Reroute that. Take all this away for now. And just work on this. Those enemy legs are kind of overkill. It's fine though. That's probably too tall. Yeah, they're clipping into each other a bit, but that's okay. I don't particularly like it, but it's not like it's the end of the world either. So here's the problem. This will basically only be good on airless worlds. Nothing else. Ooh. How do I want to... Maybe... I'll keep this craft. Does that have enough Delta V to do anything useful? I don't know. I don't know if it does or doesn't. More fuel. I have a shit ton of fuel now. Yeah, sure, that's fine. Yeah, what's the worst that could happen? I mean, it does... I need RCS. I need RCS badly. This thing will not function without RCS. Shit. Okay. I should take these, move them up to here. We'll add... Sure. Okay. Yeah, what's the worst that could happen there? I wonder if we have any extra size we could put. Okay, actually we do want some power. Come on, grab it. Grab it! Oh, right. Hopefully that doesn't block... No, just in case it does block the lander, actually. The cabin. And underneath here, we can put a core. And that way, we can put a scientist on this and still have the ability to do all the fancy SAS stuff. Nice. No possible way I could have trouble with this craft. None at all. Everything is fine. Ooh, that is not a lot of room. Let's move these up. Oh yeah, we can move them up even higher, actually. Yeah, that'll get us a lot more breathing space in that cargo bay. Oops. Okay. Save the progress right there. Alright, for a lander going into an atmosphere, what do I want to do? I think for start, we'll just copy this guy. I'll add like a girder or something in there to not just have that free hanging. Okay. Problem with anywhere with an atmosphere is we actually in many ways need more fuel. You don't need to slow down at least though. You can use the atmosphere for that. So there is that little bonus. We have a little bit more room there. That's about as close as we're getting that. Okay. One problem I have is that every time I zoom out in the BAB, that's the same button that I have to rebind my, the like num key minus is what I have to recenter my, my avatar to. Okay, do I want to go for like a flying re-entry? That could be cool. That might be useful on like Lathe or something. Well, realistically, I don't think we're gonna have enough Delta V to get to Lathe, land, and get back. That seems unlikely. Let's bring up a Delta V map. Fuck you, people. Okay. Lathe takes about 3,000 meters a second. That's, unfortunately kind of what I expected. Ooh. I think right now the only one that we can to land on though is Tylo. Or sorry, is Bob. Really? No, okay. I was reading the map wrong. So yeah, Tylo. Because I don't think Tylo has an atmosphere. That requires about 4,000 meters a second. The other one might be able to do that. The other one is really close. It would have to be like a perfect landing, though. and ascent, which is a bit sketchy. Why is it saying my stream is unstable? It looks stable. Yeah, what? Twitch, why are you telling me my stream is unstable? At least on everything I can see, it looks fine. I'm just gonna not worry about it. What's the worst that could lead to? Alright, back to trying to design this lander. I would love if I can get this lander able to go on Lathe. That would be pretty poggers, so to say. That would require pull the map back up. 3,000, call it 3,000 with to have some wiggle room. To get to orbit. Call it 3,500 in total that I'd want. Absolute minimum. The fact that I can rely on parachutes helps a lot with that number. Although with my docking system, I can't put a parachute on the top. That could be an issue. Okay. This is far away from an optimized lathe lander. I have literally never been to lathe. So I don't really know what's needed to succeed there. My closest I've ever gotten to lathe is watching Matt Lown. So, not exactly the closest experience. That's a lot of monopropellant I probably don't really need. It's fine. It'll be okay. Or, shit. Kind of that. Sure. Sure. Just doing a fit check. All fits, all good. Now what? I could just put more of these on. That feels kind of dumb though, even by my standards. I mean, yeah, I could put these. It would require a decent amount of part unless. Okay, it's still a bit of part clipping. That gets me 1,000 meters a second. 2,000. Not enough to get to orbit on Lathe. Unsurprisingly. Shit. Okay. I think trying to fit a Lathe lander into that cargo bay may be a fool's errand. Not without stupid amounts of part clipping. I wonder if I did put a Terrier on here. Does the Terrier with this little lander have enough thrust on the surface of Lathe? The answer is no. Balls. Okay. Hear me. A really dumb idea. Like, aggressively dumb idea. What if we just said, fuck ascent aerodynamics? I mean, it fits. It definitely fits. And... whoa. Eh? Okay, we actually didn't really gain any delta V from that though. Balls. Oh, we will have 4,000. I need like test flight. So I can just like go to Lathe surface and see if I can get to orbit from there. Huh. Now there's a silly thought. Oh. Well, would you look at that? Wait, that beats the swivel, doesn't it? Indeed it does. It is almost as small as the other one, the Terrier. Oops. Shit. Well. Damn it. Could that have gone worse? Yes. Am I still annoyed by it? Yes. Ooh, I'm gonna need to bring... I'm gonna both have to strut these up and bring more struts in cargo containers for engineers to use. Because otherwise this shit will go flying everywhere. That's plenty of room though. And yeah, sure, it doesn't gimbal, but like we're gonna have so much authority just from this guy's reaction wheels that won't really be a concern. Ah. 2,000 meters a second. Alright, I could probably add this in. It will actually do pretty much the same thing as the other lander. Shit. Ooh, actually, you know what? Not this. Move this out just a little bit. It's a little bit less part clippy. It's still pretty part clippy, but a little bit less. Because what I want is then put this there. And that can go away and get replaced by a parachute up top. And a drag chute here, drogue chute there. It deploys at 600. I want this to... I thought you could set an AutoCAD height. Fine. Oh well. Something I'll need to add though is a ladder. Because if I want to do anything on the surface, anything that this lander is going for will be way too high gravity to climb back. Shit. Cool, that's good. I don't really know if the Kerbals would be able to navigate that kind of a corner. At the very least, if they get up onto here, then I can get them back into the cabin. Anything else is just bonus. Okay, that still leaves us at 3,000. Ooh, 2,700 on the service. Okay, 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 okay. Just a tiny little bit bar clippy, but it's okay. It's okay. Realistically, that wouldn't quite work, but fine. Nope. Yeah, we're just gonna put it here. Here. I don't know where else to put it, actually. I'll probably still dock, right? Maybe? Maybe? I don't know. See, for when we're putting this thing back together, we'll need to do that. Reroute to here. That's not intended. This'll work for. Oh. No, it won't work for now. Can I reroute to this? And take all this off. And put that on. Nope, nope, nope. Shoot. I might just have to accept that it won't go together properly for the moment. Although, maybe. Yeah, that'll... It looks kind of dumb, but that'll be fine for now. And then just when we're docking, we'll be able to just actually, you know, latch onto there. I just realized I didn't actually check the Delta V. 3,000. 37. It should be fine. It should be fine. And if it's not, well, then we have a rescue mission. It'll definitely be the longest distance rescue mission I've ever done. Darn near Blunderbirds worthy. Okay, sorry for that pause. Checking on a friend. Okay. Oh. I am still very worried about oh my god, my staging is going to be a nightmare on this. Oh my god. Oh, I just thought about that. Well, that'll be a problem for later. I guess actually technically these should anchor up high because it's right now, as far as the game is concerned, being held by the bottom. Okay. Oh, the action groups on this are also going to be a mess. Because I want all these to go when I'm landed, or using them during landings. But then also not over, yeah, I'm just not gonna bind those mystery goos. Okay. Collect all. And 3 is going back through and having everything delete. That way, I don't have to worry about actually going through and like discarding data I've already gathered. I just hit 1, have everything log, hit 2 in order to collect it all, and then hit 3 in order to get rid of any of the places that did not get collected. It's a little tedious at the moment, but that's fine. Okay, okay, all good, all good. Oops. Forgot to reroute. Okay, now everything gets a lot more conventional. You know what? Yeah, that'll be a nifty way to do that. Okay, may have slightly exaggerated how conventional it would be. No, these will all be liquid fuel. I kind of want to go a little bit excessive. I don't want to, I don't want there to be any risk on this mission of running out of fuel. I already have enough of that just with the landers. Okay. Sure. That works. And then these pieces here will mostly just exist to refuel the landers from. kind of want them to remain pretty full. Why is... Weird. I don't need these guys if I have this thing, so. We're gonna need a lot of reaction wheel power. To be honest, that's not as much as I'd hoped, really. Oh. Sure. Ooh. This is yeah, it's up for vacuum. Okay. How much is Jooooooool? It's a shit ton. I know that because I just went there. 1,000, 3,000. So yeah, here's the problem. This stage has enough from Kerbin orbit to get to Jooooooool, orbit Jooooooool, and return. It has basically nothing else on it, nothing else. I guess that's actually okay, because if need be, this is perfectly okay to function as an entire return setup by itself. It's not really ideal for that, but it works. So we can do that. Let's get some struts in, safety struts in here. Get that out of there. The airspec, yeah, let's put that there. Cool, that all works. I should probably have some extra power on the return vehicle. That's easy enough. It has a solar panel, which realistically is enough for it by itself. Turbos don't require a lot of heat, I guess. Lots of solar, because we are going to be far out there. Even then, we realistically don't need that much solar, but it'll look more reasonable. Plop that itty bitty thing there. Actually, Nah. This is going to be the Jooooooool transfer stage. God, these are gonna fire for like 8 minutes, aren't they? Oh. Oh, that is not a lot of Delta V actually from that. Oh no. How do these have so little Delta V? Whereas this has so much. What? I might have to rethink this. Oh, shit. I think I'm gonna leave it as is. I think there's at least a slim chance it'll be okay. Not a good chance, but there is a chance. I wonder actually, if I put a poodle here, what would that do? That is surprisingly good, actually. Well. Huh. It's also always possible that this number is just dumb. KSP does that a lot. God, I've been going for an hour and we haven't even gotten... Oh, okay, we have we have the complicated parts of the vehicle done. So we have that at least. Now it's basically just a big rocket. And big rocket is not particularly complicated. Wow. Open that up. I mean, we could definitely put more fuel inside this stage if we really want to. Okay, yeah, it's gonna be a bit ridiculous, but trying to dock if those doors are closed up. Docking this is already going to be a absolutely insane nightmare to do. I don't want to make it any harder. It's also... I'm gonna want these to be able to retract. Because once we are, once we're doing docking maneuvers, I don't want those solar panels out. That is a recipe for disaster. Okay, the experiment kits, we'll put 2 those in each. Okay, repair kits. And then a bunch of struts. We could do more repair kits. More repair kits should be useful. Okay, okay, okay. Thinky, 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 thinky. Huh. That'd be a bit excessive as a separation motor. Okay. Okay. And now, we just need a whole bunch of shit to lift this entire assembly into Kerbin orbit. So we're gonna want this. It's going to count as the first stage to read 5,000 meters. Never mind. We don't need that. That's we need. I might actually do that the other way around. Those there, not there. So actually, you know what? I'm gonna check that. That's 2383. That's yes. It's not a whole lot better, but it's better. Alright, so it's 1,000 meters a second. That's cool. And a thrust weight ratio of less than 1. Uh-oh. No need to worry quite yet, though. That comes next. These don't really need much fuel. That'd be very silly. And increase the part count for no real reason. Okay. Now, copy this assembly. Put another one on. Why did my headset just turn off? It keeps on doing that, and I don't really know why. I just know that it's very, very annoying. Okay. Alright, so that is almost 3,000 meters a second. And a thrust to weight ratio still less than 1. Got it. Cool. So let's do it again. .01. I mean, it is greater than 1. That cannot be denied. It's 2,700. Wait, no. 3,000. Actually, wait. Haha. There is in fact enough delta V to get to Kerbin orbit. And still have this stage intact. Which actually means we have a little bit more fuel than I want. Just slightly, because I want them to end up just shy of orbit. Nice. That was completely accidental, but it works. Okay, I think that it could still get orbital. I'll just have to make sure I drop it off before we do. And then just finish the orbit with the core stage. I think also... just gonna add like another 3 of these. That'll also help that. That'll still leave us a little bit shy, very much shy of but I have a way around that. How long is this gonna burn for? 1 minute. Okay. Wow. That's gonna burn for a surprisingly long time. Honestly, I might just want one of these. Wow, those are... not quite how I envisioned that symmetry working their KSP. There we go. How long do these burn for? 86 seconds. So I actually don't want them on that stage. I want them on this stage. Oh dear. Oh dear, Amy. Yeah. Actually, yeah. This was the correct stage to put it on. Now that I look back at it. This feeds into this. Cool. And that is failing to feed into the core. Why is that not feeding into the core? $1.08. That is still not good. That's actually gonna add a lot of delta V. But this rate is now almost as good as the Saturn V. Jesus. After all that, we're only at Saturn V level. Okay. Well, I suppose it's about time. To try and get this all worked out and see if it works. At least one engineer. We only need one. Sure. Okay. That's... I'm still very worried about this. Whew. Oh, right. I need to have a I need to have a satellite. I think I can slot a satellite in this tiny little spot. It'll have to be a very flat little thing. Really? Really? You can't attach... Oh my god. Hmm. Oh no. Oh no. That does not work. Oh dear. Shit. Well, I guess we're gonna have another cargo compartment then. I had to look a little bit silly, but that's fine. Hello. I'm doing very silly things here. Well, thank you for joining during your break. My little craft here is maybe not so little. In fact, it is quite possibly very much the opposite of little. But to the idea of this thing will be to take 7 crew members to Jooooooool and through these fancy spanishy little landers here be able to visit multiple moons. And because these have docking ports, they'll be able to redock and perform and refuel from these tanks on the ends and the massive amount of RCS fuel and fly another mission. And one of them is designed specifically that I think it should be able to land on Lathe. Should. And return. And return. That return to orbit is very important. I might put one of the expendable Kerbals on there just in case, though. Not that any of my Kerbals are expendable. They are all highly valued members of the space program. Yes. That is what our PR people will tell everyone at least. Okay. Antenna, generate power. Science Junior. Mystery Goo. Oh, we'll even put 2 on there. Also do 2 magnetometers for balance. I'll just do a little bit of clipping there. Fine. And a toroidal fuel tank should fit. Yes, it does. Just a pair of these little guys. Oh, right, and the solar panels. Uh... Ooh. That is very, very close. That's why this set is set to 4% 0. It might still bounce around in there a little bit. But with these cross beams, it shouldn't damage the lander at all. It shouldn't be able to. This might mean that I have to completely redo. Okay, 1400? That should be way more than we need, honestly. What about with the toroidal? $900. Okay. That looks almost centered. This is 1800. And when I did this guy, it was 1400. Sure. That makes sense. Alright, thanks for popping in. It was good seeing you. Oh dear, dear, dear. Oh, this is very silly. Flash Jr., Mr. Goo, magnetometer. Okay. Has antennas, can generate power. Okay. And so far, we are still within the budget somehow. I haven't rechecked the Delta V number, so I'm just gonna send it. And hope it doesn't shake itself to pieces on the launch pad. That is a very, very real possibility here. Oh, I still have some Diet Coke left. Oh, it's warm though. Uh-oh. Oh yeah, I meant to put that into the command pod. Oh well. It's gonna look kind of dumb. That's okay. Ooh! So much. So much. Don't worry about that that little roll for style we just did. Oh dearie me, what the hell is going on? Oh god. Okay, I think we need a little bit of work here. Oopsie. Okay, so these ones go first. Right? Yes, yes. This one goes first. So that needs to go there. That means that these ones, put them in their own stage for a bit. And they need a drastically reduced amount of fuel, like 50%. Okay. And then okay. 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 That probably didn't help. There's gonna be an absolute spider web of struts here. That is okay. Whoops. Because it beats the alternative. Okay, I think we're good. I think we're good. Oh, yeah, anyway, you were saying the payload. Payload is a manned capsule and two reusable landers on a destination of Jooooooool. Okay, I think I may have to cut down those solids a little. Oh. What? What the fuck? I have Seppatrons on there. Why did they go inwards when... It overheated something. Do I have the Seppatrons recessed too far? That could be it. In that case, it's gonna affect all these, which is not gonna be fun to fix. You know what, actually, instead of putting them in like that all fancy like... You guys in the stack. Okay, this is the last one to go. Right? What is this? Oh, we do not want you there. Okay. This guy. This one. And this one. Okay. Good. I might need to go for something beefier than Sepatrons here. Which will be very annoying if I do. Oh my god. Anyway, yeah, so I have the landers in here. And then I also have a satellite up here to complete a contract. This staging is getting very complicated. Okay, that's good. Who are you? Oh, okay, yeah, that's fine. This one. It's Sepatrons. Oh boy. Where are your Cybertrons? Why are you there? What? Okay, oh my god. You. Right, you are okay. Okay, I think we're good. I think we are good. I swear to God, if things collide again on separation, I am going to be very unhappy. Or it could just freeze. That's also a possibility. Okay, somehow my scroll wheel is now backwards. That's fine. Something didn't load right there. Hey, there we go. That's more normal. And I can actually throttle up this time. Cool. I think I'm gonna want to remain vertical for a decent while. And I think that'll be a little bit more stable. Alright. Let's kick it over anyway, right after I say that. What is colliding into what? How are those tanks colliding into each other? I don't understand. Do the Separatrons do nothing? Is it just too much mass for them? I mean, honestly, that wouldn't be that surprising. Oh well. Okay. Engines. I mean, I could use fleas. That would be very silly. Photron is 13 kilonewtons. So the guy is double that. It's also significantly larger. Sure. Although it occurs to me, this is still only double the thrust of the Separatrons. So by replacing 2 engines with 1, I am leaving the thrust the same. But now, hopefully, it'll do that slightly longer burn, and so get a little bit more clear. Alright, so this is the last one to go. You were the first one, you were the second one. Okay. Well, let's see how it works. I wish we had a slightly more reasonable Sepratron equivalent I could use. Without just shoving a shit ton of little tiny jets up there. Rockets, not jets. Nope! Nope, not in the slightest. Okay. Not gonna lie, this is starting to get pretty annoying. Yeah. I hate everything. That's the wrong revert. That's the wrong revert. There we go. Ooh, an hour and 40 minutes in, and we haven't even gotten to space, let alone orbit a Jooooooool. Let's go. I mean, this was a really big craft to build, so that's not too surprising, really, but still. Okay. Get rid of these, makes things a little bit easier for at the moment. Somehow, these guys are separating just fine. If I just put enough of these fuckers on here, it'll get kicked far enough away. Ugh. I wonder if these solids, if I can get away with just 2 sets. Sort of. That seems like an unlikely amount of delta V. Oh, that was 30,000. That thrust weight's real low though. Fuck it. Let's see. I I think the six boosters is probably still the best bet. But if I can make it work with just 4. Well, that's not secured very well. Why is that wobbling so much when it has struts? So far, so good. It's very wibbly, but that's okay. Weebles wobble, but they don't fall down. Type shit. Oh my. Oh my. That could have been bad. Alright. That's one hell of a launch angle. Where's the crew? What? How did the crew end up not on here? I like handpicked everyone. Ah! That's weird. I can also, I'm thinking about it, make that look a little less dumb. Maybe now it'll wobble a little less. I was also not expecting that crazy thrust to weight ratio at booster and well, solid engine burnout. All right. They're still wobbling all over the place. Yeah, SAS was just making it worse, so turn that off, leave it off. Okay, okay, maybe SS was needed. No, wrong button. Oh, jeez. How? How is this thing center of drag that far forward that it's flipping? What? KSP, please. How? 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 There's all these nice, big, draggy items down here. How is the center of drag up there? KSP, what the fuck? You know what? It won't make any fucking sense either. I bet if we just put 4 of these in... That did nothing. What is causing that sickening amount of drag that high up? Also, how is the center of mass all the way down there? KSP, I am not trusting your calculations in the slightest right now. You know, it's still really high. It's still in the wrong order. But I think that should be at least close enough to keep us steady. Because with all these reaction wheels, we have a lot of torque. Oh, jeez. I want to at least get onto a Jooooooooool transfer orbit. This is why I never really fuck around with big craft in KSP. They just start doing really stupid shit. Oh. Damn it. Damn it, damn it, damn it, damn it, damn it. Okay, that should be correct now. So by throttling down, I'm increasing my gravity losses, but it should hopefully be reducing my drag losses because we're going slower while we're in the atmosphere. The main thing is just increasing that burn time. Oh dear. Why? Last launch was fine. Why? I guess last launch I had the higher throttle, and that's probably why it was fine compared to this one. Ooh, well. Try it again. Just take me up back and shoot me. It would be so much kinder at this point. Nope, nope. Come on, come on, come on. Keep going straight. Well, not straight, but straighter. Jesus. You. Stop that. Nope. You. Stop that. Well, it worked. That was really dumb, but it worked, so I'll take it. Oh, dear. Well, the fuel pump's not working right? Okay, no, they are. Nope, they are not. Well, shit. So this is gonna jettison out of order then, if I just did it straight up. Fine, whatever. I hate this craft so much already. And we haven't even gotten to like any of the interesting parts. This is gonna be a very stressful, very long mission, I think. Probably rewatching the game and not typing to a friend on Discord. Ugh. Let's calm this ComNet down a bit. Alright. It is not a particularly efficient parking orbit because we're way the fuck out there. At like twice the altitude we should be. But we're finally in a parking orbit. Goddamn. How close is Jooooooooool to a rendezvous window? Actually, not that far. I might not even have to bother going to the tracking station. The explosion of probes coming out from Jooooooooool. Actually, you know what? I think actually we're better off just going where we were and just going out past Jooooooooool. I don't feel like spending an entire year waiting for Kerbin to get back into position. Ooh. It's awkward, but we can use that. And how far is that going to get us before we even add anything else? Not super... Actually... Okay, it's not bad. It's not bad. And we can use that still. Wow. Okay. I mean, sure, it's still gonna take a lot of Delta V, but like... Shit. Okay. So we're looking at just over 2,000 use. That's okay. Wonder if I did it in one shot. If you just dumped all of this stage's Delta V into this one maneuver. – 14 kilometers above the moon. That's safe. Okay, let's make that 1,900. Adjust it to be as close to the moon as we can get. That's fine. And we'll do inclination changes. 1.3. Okay, I think 1.3 is the closest we're getting. I do kilometers, that'll do. Yeah, I think we're better off doing it in 2 bursts. So 1,000. I'll just chuck another 1,000 at it here. Let's see what happens. Huh. Interesting. Okay. So it definitely looks like the best is to go for about 1,200 meters a second on the first shot. Use the moon as much as possible. Oh, wow, yeah. Wonder if I do this. And then come over here. Ah, that's a big burn. Oh, never mind, about 400 meters a second. Combined with this one. Oh, wait. It just told me. 900. 300. Eek. So it's 1,200 plus 1,200, 1,400. If the numbers it's giving me from our nuclear stage are accurate, that'll use almost all the nuclear stages. Fuck. Shit. I need more liquid fuel. Assuming that nuclear stage is accurate. trying to be efficient with the nuclear engines, but I think it might literally be better if I just went with a couple of poodles on there. All right. The big thing here is going to be the encounter with the moon. That's what's really going to determine how effective this initial boost is. Damn, overshot. All that and overshot. Means we're gonna need to burn harder here. Okay. All right, let's just kind of send it here. You know, I was constantly thinking I want to get lower to the moon, but I'm already really damn low. Huh. So apparently the gravity is biome dependent. That's cool. I'm not gonna bother with it though. Ugh. Oh dear. Okay, those Seppatrons might have been slightly excessive. I will admit. It definitely seems to be thinking that this where are you pulling from right now? Oh my god. Oh my god. No, no, no. Fuck. Oh, Jesus. Wow. Oh my god. That fucking explains it. Where are all these at? 20? God, I was pulling liquid fuel from all of those. Shit. Okay. This is very stupid. I don't know why it was pulling, especially not from this one. Like, this one, okay, yeah, it's connected to the engine, not anything else. It's annoying that it's doing that, but I'm not too... Oh my god, did it pull from the satellite too? No, thank goodness. Okay, it looks like these are all good. Yeah, those are all good. Okay. I don't know why the fuel flow priorities in these are all so high. I'm used to it being -10 on everything. I don't know why these are like 20 and 30 and bullshit like that. Riveting gameplay. That means I'm gonna have to watch this shit and be careful about it the entire rest of this flight. I do want these to go before the landers start getting drained. There we go. Is there a light on? I hope not. I hope I get to the Jool system before all of my communications antennas are just shot to Kingdom Come and in random places in the solar system. That would definitely make me regret my decisions for communications on this craft. I also should have double checked where this maneuver node is going to put us. The jewel is just exploding. Oh, you guys can't even see all of it because the goddamn resolution decided to reset itself. Oh well, at least you can see the critical components. I don't even know when that happened. Shit, I wasn't paying attention. I had so much else going on with it. Well, at least I'm pretty confident that the Delta V number is a lying bitch. So we might actually be able to do stuff here. Trying to figure out if we need to go. Yeah. A little bit normal. Atmosphere at 200 kilometers. Okay. That doesn't feel right. That looks way too close to the surface to be that far above it. I don't want to get any closer than that. I don't care what it tells me. Oh my god, there's literally just 2 left? Oh, fuck. Right now, we're not close enough to get anything combat-wise. I think we're about to get close enough to this one, though. I don't know how we're not already. That's concerning. I think I thoroughly misjudged. Balls. I should have put at least 1 step larger antenna on it. Man, once you get past those initial... I'll be fine. Oh my god, they got 2 years left of this. Oh my god. This is why I don't ever go to the outer planets. I think some of those are on a Kerbal escape. They're just gone. So obviously what this tells me is I need to do a Jooooooool Comnat V2. I haven't even finished editing that video. I'd meant to post it on YouTube and I just haven't. Kill me. I think at 3 hours, wherever the hell I am, we're gonna call it there. As long as I'm not like about to run into something or something like that, obviously. You know, as the situation allows, close to the 3 hour mark. Are those two still around Jooooooooool? Okay, well let me focus on Jooooooooool. That's cool. Oh well, we're about to be there anyway. Well, one of them is. Is that one not? Okay. Sure, fine, whatever. How are you not connected when that guy is right there? Like, I know you have the connection to it. How do... KSP annoys me so often. I feel like there's no better way to get so annoyed with a game that you put it down for a while than to do a mission like this. You know? Okay. No, I might get an encounter with Val here. That could do something. It's the Val is not crazy amounts of delta speed for landing or anything like that. Yeah, if we get an encounter with Val, I could go for landing there. I wonder how close we get. Okay, not particularly close. That's... What am I encountering there? Oh, of course it's Tylo. Of course it's Tylo. What else would it be? I don't think I have the Delta V to do a Tylo landing though, on either of my landers. It would be way too close of a call on the one and just not straight up no on the other. Who? Oh, again, Tylo, of course. Okay. That's not bad. In fact, if I were so inclined... Holy shit, that'd be 2,000 meters a second. I can work with that. I can work with that. For now, though... Easy peasy. Although, of course, the fact that I just switched vessels does mean that I can no longer revert to the VAB if something goes terribly, terribly wrong. So that is a disadvantage to doing that. But, well, I was going to have to do it at some point, so... 1600 meters a second. How much are we gonna use? Shit tons. Okay. Balls. At least when I'm out here. That might not be worth it though. What kind of encounters can we go for? Oh, it's the same one as the other craft. So this one, you can fuck with a bit. Boy, this takes a while. I guess I'm just doing auto warps closer and closer. That way we're less likely to overshoot it. Oh. You don't have any reaction bills, do you? No, you don't. Shit. I should have thought about that. That's not all what I clicked on, but okay. What the hell? What? I hate this game so much. I hate this game so fucking much sometimes. What the... Why are you pointing everywhere except for prograde? Oh, sweet Jesus. I might just have to do a separate launch for this thing. But at least in the meantime, it can act as a relay satellite. I don't remember it saying before that we get that Tylo encounter. Fuck it. Alright, what is your atmospheric altitude? 50 kilometers. Okay, so we can dial that pretty far in and be fine. Let's see if I can do anything with this guy to get that on that same course. Hmm. Now that gets interesting pretty quickly. It's so far from an ideal orbit. Certainly has a lot more potential than what I'm currently on. The problem, of course, is getting the darn thing to face in the right direction. Because somehow these engines are able to do literally everything except for turn me. sweet Jesus. Is it because they mounted them kind of high? Is that the problem? Once again, truly riveting gameplay. Can't get this anywhere else. Well, how did you go to see Jesus? What did you do? Yeah, I'm just being very, very frustrated with this satellite that I made. I didn't realize that the probe core I put on it doesn't have any reaction wheels. And the engines are not doing a good job of controlling it. As you can note by the control they're doing fucking nothing. Yeah, I don't think we're getting this thing onto that orbit. Oh. Anything exciting happened while you were in VR? Fuck. Well, kill me. I have no idea what you could be talking about. Oh, well, that explains the going to see Jesus. Did you at least send any demons to see Jesus as well while you were there? Ooh, it does not sound... So a Ghostbuster you are not, that's what I'm hearing. This craft is somehow managing to point in every single direction except for anything that would be useful. That is truly an unparalleled skill that this probe core has. God. Please. I'm tempted to just set a maneuver node here. To fucking just send it into position with whatchamacallit, infinite fuel on. Because I'm getting so tired of its shit. Because, like, the probe core not having reaction wheels, that's one thing. That's my dumb. Yeah, it's cheating, and I'm getting tired of this shit. Like, as I was about to say, a probe core not having reaction wheels, that's you know, one thing. Like, I made a mistake. Oops. I have to deal with it. But, like, it's just not controlling even with the gimbal of the engines. And, like, it can go fuck itself. You know? That's an interesting behavior. Also, I like how the massive constellation I had put around Jooooooool is gone. You can see where it all originated. It's not there anymore. Which means it is not very useful. Ah. Really? It can't talk to that thing? Come on. Like, what the fuck, Comnet? What the fuck, Comnet? There's two things here. It should have plenty of range to talk to. I hate KSP so much. I was saying earlier, I'm pretty sure it was before you dropped in, that nothing will make you hate KSP more than doing a long mission to the outer planets. Like, it's the best way to end a playthrough, because after doing it, you won't want to play it anymore for a while. Yeah, this is the actual craft. Why did you just stop there? What are you doing? You have Kerbals on board. You don't have to worry about control. That's not where the maneuver node is! Why are you going over there? Oh my god, it went in the... That's not where the maneuver node is! What the fuck are you doing? This entire game is breaking. I will give it one more chance to get this thing into something approaching an actual useful orbit. And I'm just gonna end stream. Fuck you. Oh, now you have a connection. Now that you're further away from it. Great. Wonderful. Good job. No, 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 no. Wrong button. Hey, look, if it weren't for the fucking around trying to get on target I did earlier, this actually would be within this craft's fuel budget. Why are you connecting to that instead of to that? What is wrong with you? Also, I must note that the infinite fueling does not seem to be infinite fueling. Well, as that orbit gets closer to Lathe than I'm really comfortable with. Oh, right. I should probably modify this thing so it doesn't go crashing into Jooooooool. That's important. I also don't know how much delta V this craft has, because that number is higher than it had been earlier, and that's not how delta V works. Like, as you burn fuel, your remaining delta V is supposed to go lower. I don't know what bullshit it's pulling to not be doing that. Well, that's interesting. Yeah, sure, why not? That's a reasonable kind of maneuver. All right, gotta make sure. Okay, cool. Eh. Hell yeah. You could almost be fooled into thinking that I know what I'm doing in this game if you ignore this craft. So if you only focus on one of the two craft here, I look like I know what I'm doing. Okay, that's in 8 days. This thing is probably going to be all over the place in 8 days. It occurs to me. What would it take? A lot. That's what it would take. Jesus Christ. Holy shit. Okay. Here's an idea, though. What if I went on the other side? Never mind. What if I went on the other side? $300 and that. Okay, even more Delta V. Good to know. Fuck me. Well, if I wanted to land on Jooooooool, this would be perfect. Yeah, going around Jooooooool, there's all kinds of dumb shit. Gravity bullshit you can do. If only I had a lander with enough delta V to land on Tylo. I don't, but if I did, my god. I see no possible way this could go wrong. Sure. Oh, right. I just realized I haven't done any science here. Let's fix that. So focused on the Jooooooool stuff, I forgot to do the actual KSP stuff. I almost destroyed the antenna. That would have been mildly annoying, I'll be honest. It wouldn't have been much more than that. Huh. So it turns out that the encounter it said I was going to have with Lathe that would make it so I don't crash into Jooooooool. It turns out that's on the next orbit, not the current one. So yeah, we're all gonna die. If I hadn't time warped like that, this would be significantly more recoverable than it currently is. Not gonna lie, this is kind of a mild, huge problem. I think it might be time to revert the entire mission. Because this shit is barely moving. Yep, nope, that's over and done. Yeah, so I think on that one hell of a low note, I'm gonna end stream there. And then just go back to where I ended the previous stream. Cause that's not working. The crude part of this mission was honestly doing okay until Patch Conix betrayed me. That satellite needs work. It shouldn't be hard. It's literally just adding some sort of reaction control system to it. Literally anything, even just changing out the probe core. Literally anything would make that crap viable. But, well, that was depressing. Alright, well, thank you everyone that joined. Thank God not many people are around for this part. Well, good night, everybody. I am going to go sleep the depression away.